Hello, in this tutorial you will see how to use the new Teach monitor available with TURCK Automation Suite, which is built for the FS501. And yeah, let's get into the video tutorial and see what happens. Yes, there are some settings which has to be there are some initial settings on the sensor which out of factory, but for a Teach monitor we need to show something else. So I have to do some default setting changes. So we go into that now. The factory settings on the sensor are both outputs, out1, output 2 as flow velocity, and also the output 2 is set as analog output. We have the possibility in FS501 to change or freely select the output to analog or switching signals and in output 2, and I'm going to do to make it easy for the Teach monitor. I would select the switching output and select temperature here into the sensor and do a write. And when we go into the Teach monitor, you can see that the selected outputs are now flow and temperature, and both in 2-point mode. In the next few steps, we will also see how you can actually freely configure the sensor. FS501 has the possibility to select output 1 and output 2 as flow or temperature, and flow, or temperature and temperature, or temperature and flow. All these are possible using FS501, and it's also relevant to see that in the Teach monitor. The color codes of the outputs also changes accordingly. Here we have fixed blue shades for flow and orange shades for temperature, and the process values are shown in thickened dark lines here. Right now you do not see the flow velocity because the sensor is out of range. We have to start the motor before we start recording the flow values because the operating range of the sensor starts from 0.06 meter per second or 6 centimeters per second. So now I start the motor, and you'll also see the values of the flow going up in IO link as well also on the display, and you also see the process values being recorded in the Teach monitor. I go back to the parameters, and before we go into the next point, I change back the output 2 again to temperature to make it easier. And yeah, on the next point would be to select units. So we have flow in meter per second as a default unit, and also degree Celsius. The display selection that we have is flow velocity. We also have the option to select volume flow. And here we can also change the units accordingly. Here we have the different units for volume flow in liter per minute, meter cube per hour, gallons per minute, or cubic feet per minute. And exactly like that for the flow velocity, we have meter per second, millimeter per second, foot per second, and degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit for temperature. So here I have selected volumetric flow right now instead of flow velocity. And it's also important to know that for volumetric flow, you need a diameter to be selected. By default, it's 25 mm. And yeah, it's changeable from 15 to 250 mm. And yeah, here I have kept it at 25 mm and selected liter per minute as the unit, and go into write. So when I go into the teach monitor now, you will see the process value has changed in liter per minute, as well as the units on the outputs. And if you view on the sensor itself, the unit there on the display has also changed to liter per minute. Now I will go into the actual teach process after completing this initial settings that I require. And here we have selected window mode, and in liter per minute for flow, I would make it in meter per second again to understand a little bit more easier. So I select flow velocity again and write. And go back into the teach monitor. So here I'm going to teach the output value 1, switching point 2, which is now set at 0.75 meter per second factory settings, to the current value, which I'm going to change to a little lower value. It should be, yeah, right now it's around 0.65, and let us do a single value teach on the flow output. So I select output 1, and we want to change the switching point to SP2. Just click on SP2 and wait for some time, and you see the new value, the current value is 0.64 meter per second is saved onto the sensor, and you can also see the switching point change in the graph also accordingly. Now the flow rate need not be always very stable, and in such cases we also have the possibility to do something called a dynamic teach, where if the flow rate is fluctuating, you have the possibility to teach the sensor dynamically. Here again I click on dynamic teach and start the dynamic teach, output 1 for flow and SP2. You get like a small time frame window. You can either stop in between or at least wait until it's running, and you click on teach stop. and it will take more or less like an average value, the time frame, and teach it as the new selected SP2 for flow output. You can do the same also for temperature, but flow was just an example. And here you see how in the fluctuating area, the average value was taken. Do a totalizing function on the sensor, only available with IO links or in TURCK Automation Suite, not in the sensor itself. Basically, totalizes the value flowing through the pipe with a defined diameter size. So if you just click on start totalizing, it will start adding up the whole volume that has been flowing in a particular time frame, and you set the time frame by clicking stop, and see the totalizing was successful, and the total value until then is readable from this totalizer. So you have to set the diameter of the pipe, or the other way around, its default set as 25 mm. So if you have a different diameter, please set it to the 25 or like 30 or whatever, and it will accordingly calculate the total volume flow. And again, to reset the value to 0, you have the reset option, and you can start from 0 again. So that was a short overview of the teach monitor function available with TURCK Automation Suite with the new FS501 flow measuring sensor, and additionally a short overview of the totalizing function. Yeah, have fun with the new flow sensor and these exciting new features. Thank you.